Hey everybody, welcome. It's Timmy here with Couture, and I'm super excited to come to you live tonight and share our latest Club Couture design with you. So hang tight and we will get started here in just a moment. If you're joining me for the first time, please feel free to let me know that. I'd love to be able to hear that you're just catching me for the first time. Hi, my name is Timmy. I am a chalk couture designer, and tonight I am getting ready to unveil our newest design that came out for our July Club Couture customers. If you're curious about how it is you can become a Club Couture subscriber, hang tight because I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. But here we go. The package is here and it is ready to be unveiled. So if you're just joining in, come on in, say hi, give me a wave. I always love to know that you're with me. Be sure to say hi as you come on in. And I'm just going to take a moment here and share this off with my Style Innovators group. If you're curious about what that is all about, let me send some of that info over to you as well. This is my special group where I and my tribe join together and encourage and inspire each other to create joy through beautiful spaces. If you'd like to be a part, please feel free to request to join and I'd be happy to add you. It is really a place where I want to be able to encourage and uplift you, and I get so much courage, so much uplifting also from all of you. So if you're looking for a place where you can get some support, then that is the best place to join. So come on in, say hi, and be sure to check out that Style Innovators group. Every month I do free giveaways, so we have some fun conversations throughout the month. I give you some great project ideas to consider, and I also give away some great items. So feel free to jump on in and check that out. All right, so let me come back here and say hello here one more time to ya. Here I am. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. If you have seen me before, I am super excited to have you here with me. I am going to unveil our Chalk Couture design of the month right now. And every month, if you are a Club Couture subscriber, you get this awesome package in the mail. And it contains a brand new transfer that is exclusive only to my Club Couture subscribers, and it comes with 3 coordinating chalk paste singles so you can create a sign right away. So this is our July transfer, and it's called Here Comes the Sun. And the 3 colors that you get with it is Bumblebee, which is a nice bright yellow, Couture Teal, which is just like it sounds, very tealy, and then Orange Peel, which is a really nice bright orange. And you get all of that and the transfer for just $19.99 a month. So a really great deal. If you love getting surprises in the mail, then you're going to love being a Club Couture subscriber. And while we're just getting some things ready here, let me just give you a little bit of an overview about what it is that comes included with our Club Couture program. So we get an exclusive B-size transfer like the one that you see here, those 3 coordinating chalk paste singles. You get a how-to video and instructions emailed to you monthly. You also get free shipping and some awesome special offers and deals. And right now there's a great special offer and deal going on in the month of July just for Club Couture subscribers. So if you are interested in hearing about that, you can head right over to my website and get started and sign up. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in to this project, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to create your own DIY home decor using these awesome products. So what we have here is a reusable silkscreen transfer. This is one of what we call our size B transfers, and it is about a 9 by 12, 8.5 by 11 size. And in some cases, like this one, it comes in a couple of pieces, and we have some cut lines here that we are going to cut this transfer apart and use different pieces, and we're going to do some overlapping as well. So I'm just going to take my new shears, our transfer scissors, which does a great job of cutting these adhesive back transfers into the pieces that we need them to be. And we're going to do a little bit of layering. So this is going to be actually our last layer, so I'm going to put that off to the side for a moment. And this is the frame from our frame and pillar stand. So we're going to actually create our sign on this frame and pillar stand, and then we'll be able to put the pillar on it once we're all done. On the back of the frame and pillar stand, you'll see there's two little holes, and that's because there's a little place for you to be able to fit this into, and it will keep it nice and sturdy and steady on your stand. So we want to make sure that when we are using it, we are making sure we know where the holes are. So they're going to be at the bottom here. That's what we want to do. And we are going to take our reusable transfer here, and we are going to first just write on the back that is the sun, so I'll know where to put this again when we finish. This is surf. And then we have one more. I'm just going to write here just so I know that that's the back for the here comes the sun piece. And the reason I do that is because our transfers are reusable, we want to make sure that we retain this backer sheet that the transfers come on, so that when we're done with it and we clean it up with water, we have a place to store it again. Now, the other thing that you'll see that I have right here next to me is a fuzzing cloth, and the reason for the fuzzing cloth is to just kind of reduce a little bit of the stickiness on the back of the transfer, so that when we do put it down on our surface and we get ready to lift it up, it is going to lift up nice and easily without stretching our transfer. So if you're new to Chalk Couture, you might not know or realize that our transfers are silk screen, so they're not stencils. I know oftentimes when people first see them, they first think that they are stencils, but they are actually a fabric mesh, and you can actually see if I get up really close here that it is a screen. It's the fabric mesh, and it is what is going to produce a beautiful clean design on our surface. Now, we're using a chalkboard surface today, but one of the great things about both our transfers and the paste that we're going to use is that they can pretty much go on all sorts of surfaces. And I love using chalkboard surfaces because it allows me to be able to reuse my chalkboard when I want to clean it out and add a new design to it. So I think that this is going to be really fun if we do a little bit of what we call an ombre design. So I'm going to take my Bumblebee and my orange peel, just going to give them a quick stir, making sure that my chalk paste is about the consistency of yogurt or cake batter. I heard somebody say recently that would work too. So just give them a good stir, make sure that there's no lumps or chunks. If you need to, you can add a little squirt of water. These are a pretty good consistency, so I think we're all set to go. I'm going to use the Couture Teal here at the bottom for our waves, and I am going to do kind of a nice little orangey yellow sunset. So I'm going to do a little bit of ombre here, coloring. So I think I'm going to start with our Couture Teal. So I'm just going to dip my squeegee into my chalk paste container, and you see I've got a decent amount on there on the tapered end, and I'm just going to take that and I am going to spread the chalk paste over the screened area that I want this Couture Teal to go on. Now I'm going to put it on pretty thick here for a moment, and that's because I'm going to do my other two colors, and I don't want that chalk paste to dry on me before I am ready. So I am going to take my little bit of yellow and put it on the top of my sun. And same thing, just a little heavier than I might normally, because we are going to do a little bit of blending. And then the last color is my gorgeous orange. And I'm just gonna go right to the edge here. And you can use one of the smaller squeegees if you feel like you get a little bit more control. This is our small squeegee, but we also make a mini or a multi-tool, which would also work really well. And then what I'm going to do is actually use my finger here to blend these two colors together to make a little bit of an ombre effect. So that's just going to really make my sun come to life here. So no fancy tools here, just my finger. Then I can take my squeegee and get that excess Couture Teal off and put whatever I don't need back into the jar. And I could do that with the yellow here as well. Now notice that I did use some chalk paste here at the very top, and the reason I did that is because there's little markings up there that's going to make it easy for me to line up the next layer of my design. And then this is the best part, the peel and the reveal. So isn't that just gorgeous? So we've got this nice, beautiful sunset that is starting to take shape. I'm going to put my transfer in the water bath there, and so that we can wash that off with water and reuse it again. And while I'm waiting for this layer to dry, we are going to just close up the chalk paste containers that we aren't going to use anymore. So we're going to put this orange away, and the Bumblebee and the Couture Teal as well. And then what we're going to use is white for the Here Comes the Sun. I'm going to put that white right over the top of that, and it's going to look gorgeous, I think. So we'll give that a minute to dry. And while we are giving that a minute to dry, let me just share with you a little bit more detail about the Club Couture subscription. When you sign up for Club Couture for the first time, you will get an option to sign up for a Kickstart kit as well. And that Kickstart kit is pretty awesome. What it allows you to do is get one of our most popular surfaces, which is our 9x12 8-inch chalkboard surface, as well as a white chalk paste container, a multi-tool, a small squeegee, 2 packs of our board erasers, and also our board and base surface, which is a fun reusable 2-sided chalkboard that you will be able to use. And that will come to you at a great discount. So if you're looking to be able to pick up some surfaces, that would be a great kit. Now the only thing that you need to know about that is that there is tax and shipping charged on that $69.99, whereas our Club Couture of the Month program is $19.99 plus free shipping. But if you do buy the Kickstart kit, there is a shipping cost, so just so you know that. And it is only available when you first subscribe. So if you don't pick it up when you first subscribe, then you will not be able to grab it. The other thing that you'll have the opportunity to do is pick up last month's Club Couture program design if it's still available. So if you're interested in picking that up, then that's what you can do. And it's really easy to sign up. You just go to chalkcouture.com/Timmy, and you'll see my website there at the bottom. And just hit the club button at the top, and that will get you subscribed. So you won't get charged until the first transfer comes out on August 1st. And if you want to pick up those other pieces, then they can be shipped to you. But if you sign up this month, you do qualify for the special that we have going on in July right now, which is if you spend $100 on my website in July, you'll get a $15 bounce back credit to use in August. So that's a pretty good deal. You get a little extra percent, really like 15%. That's kind of cool. So I'm just going to use my heat tool here to give this a quick blast. Make sure it's dry before we layer the next piece on. So I think that probably will do the trick. I'm just going to do a little finger test just to make sure that things are dry. They look like they are. Things look pretty good here. My fingers are, we've got a little bit of thickness there that I had left over, so I'm just going to give that one more second to dry. Maybe give it one more quick blast here. That orange I left a little bit thicker there. And notice, this is supposed to be a rustic looking design. The transfer is meant to look like that. So if you see these little pieces, that is exactly how it's supposed to look. All right, and I am now going to take the next piece that we need to fuzz, which is the Here Comes the Sun piece. And so I've got my fuzzing cloth right here. And we want to fuzz this pretty good. When we're doing layering, there's a couple of tricks. One is you want to make sure this is completely dry, and it does feel completely dry. The other thing that you want to do is just make sure that you put a nice light layer of chalk paste on this second transfer, because we don't want to get the underlying chalk paste wet. If we do, then we will reactivate that paste and we will have a hard time lifting this one up. So what I'm doing here is I am looking for these registration marks. There it is. Awesome, I found it. It's so fun when I can actually get it. And that's what's going to help me line this up so that it is right where it's supposed to be. So I am just going to lightly press down. I would not recommend pressing down hard or using your squeegee to press down. Just use your fingers just to make sure that there aren't any air bubbles left over. That's all you want to do. And then we're going to take this white chalk paste and again give this a quick stir. And you'll see this has been opened and used. So we want to give it a really good stir to smooth it all out. Again, if you need to add a little water to it because it's a little thick, you can. I'm going to. I like this to be a little bit on the thinner side, especially when we're doing layering. So we'll give that a little bit of a stir again, make sure it's all set to go. And then very lightly, we're going to take this chalk paste, new squeegee here, and we are going to bring this over and spread it over the surface of the screen to make sure that we get these white letters over our design. So this is an example of layering. We've done layering and ombre in this one cute little package. Perfect for the month of July and also for the summer. So again, not too heavy with your chalk paste. Keep it pretty thin. Spread it out. Squeegee off the excess, and then we're just going to pull up this transfer. So move fairly quickly so you don't let that chalk paste dry. And voila, it's going to be ready. So here we go. The best part, the peel and the reveal. So I did get a little bit of that orange stuck, and that's probably because I didn't let this dry quite as much as I should have. A little bit of a hurry in trying to demonstrate for you all. But what I can do is I can let this dry, and then I'll just take this transfer, I'll lay it back down, and we will just add in a little bit of white there that got pulled up. That's it, that's all it takes. So when I finish up here, one of the things I want to do is just take a little bit of my board eraser. It's a very well-loved board eraser here, and just use that to clean up the registration marks, because we don't need those anymore. Those were just a little guideposts. Now, and if we wanted, we could add the surf and sand up here if we want, or we can leave it off, whatever you prefer. And if you got a little extra spots that need a little cleanup, you can just take a little Q-tip and brush off any little extra residue that you don't want. Because our chalk paste goes on wet and dries hard, it's going to stay semi-permanent until you decide you want to remove it. And then all you need to do is take some water and our board eraser and just erase that surface. So that's it. We are done. It was a very quick and easy project. Like I said, we'll probably give this a little bit of time to dry, and I can come back over it and we can correct that little bit of the O and the E that did not quite totally get adhered down because that orange was still a little wet. And that's super easy to do. So I will show you what that looks like in a few minutes. But in the meantime, if you have any questions at all about Chalk Couture or learning about our products, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I also am really happy to share with you information about what it means to be a Chalk Couture designer and how it might be able to help you and your family and give you some opportunities for some financial freedom, which I know we all could use. I'm sure that there are things that maybe you'd like to do that a little extra money would help you with. So if you want to learn more about that, please feel free to check in with me and I can share more. But until then, thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.